Hi there, this is my review of Andrew's Procrastination course. I'm going to cover my own notes on my own procrastination and my thoughts on the course and how it helped me. So I'll start off by saying that I haven't positioned the camera this way by accident. It's deliberate, and it was agreed with Andrew that I could provide a sort of semi-anonymous video review for a couple of practical reasons. So my procrastination habits were all focused around study, or the lack of study, to be frank. So I was very good at thinking about studying, good at planning study, good at making coffees and thinking hard about it, but never actually getting around to doing it, and spending far too much time watching videos on YouTube. So funnily enough, I came across Andrew's videos on YouTube, and some of the things he was saying about procrastination and about stoicism really resonated with me, and I decided to look into the course, and I'm very glad I did. So the content of the course itself, I think it's set out logically, and it's set out well, and it's set out over 6 weeks. And I found personally that it took me longer than 6 weeks, but that was just because I was very busy at work. But there's no obligation to finish it within the 6 weeks. Andrew was very relaxed about me taking more time to do it, which is appreciated. Because of the way the content's structured, you can really tackle it at your own pace, which worked really well for me. So the course starts off with the theory behind procrastination, which is important to know and appreciate before you get into it yourself. And then you get into the detail, so the root causes of procrastination, and the tools that will help you address each of those root causes. And then you also get into some good information and techniques on how to plan ahead and how to break down goals that you will have into sort of smaller bite-sized chunks. And it will become apparent if you do the course why that's also important for procrastination. So did I find the course useful? Yep, absolutely. There's a lot of techniques that have definitely helped me, that I'm continuing to use, and I've really seen a difference in using them, especially when it comes to planning ahead and being a bit more focused, rather than sort of dealing with things as they come up, planning to deal with things. It definitely makes a huge difference when it comes to addressing procrastination. I would say that not all of the techniques were applicable to me, but I think that's going to be the case with most people, because Andrew covers a lot, and there's a lot of different root causes that will maybe be applicable to one person but not to another. And I think he's done well to include everything in the course, so that everybody, everybody's a little different, and you're definitely going to find something in there that will help you out, I think. I think the planning section itself could potentially benefit from more detailed work examples of typical goals, so that people, when they're thinking about, if they've never really done any goal setting before, I think it would really help them out to have some sort of typical goal examples broken down in a bit more detail. But I think that probably takes data on what the typical goals might be, and that's going to happen as the course progresses, I guess. I mean, to be honest, it's been pretty difficult to find areas for criticism in the course itself, and those two are really the only points I can think of, other than perhaps the name. I think that the name's potentially due for a change, but the procrastination is kind of underselling itself, to be honest, because you're covering a lot more in procrastination. So the name's a bit misleading, but in a good way, because you will find a lot more in there than just tools to help you with procrastination. There's goal setting, for example, that's really valuable. The other good point was the accountability partner aspect. So I wasn't too sure of that at first, but Andrew partnered me up with a guy who was similar age to me, similar sort of situation, really good guy, and those conversations really helped. And we've had a lot of good laughs along the way, and we'll continue to stay in touch with my accountability partner. So in summary, yep, great course, very glad I did it. A lot of good content in there, and it's been very well thought out. So if you're thinking about doing the course, then by all means do give it a shot. Thanks.